Here we are then at the final of World Cup 1998 here in Saint-Denis. The greatest football match on earth played out today between Brazil and France. And now we go live to our match commentators Chris Waddle and John Motson.
We arrived then in Saint-Denis and the two teams made to feel more than welcome by the fans in this newly built stadium. Your thoughts on the match in prospect, Chris?
The players, understandably, a little nervous with the eyes of the world on them, and they'll be happier once the match gets underway.
Welcome to the biggest stage sport has to offer, the FIFA World Cup final. Which team will write their name in history? In the 90s, Germany, Brazil and France.
This is Clyde Tilsley bidding you a warm welcome to the capital of Germany, Berlin, for today's game. It is quite simply a privilege to be here. The World Cup final in Berlin, one of the great sporting occasions, graced by one of the great atmospheres and many of the great performers of these last 4 weeks. One thing's for sure, we're going to have worthy champions, whoever wins.
Clive, I've loved every minute of the competition. It's been an absolute cracker, and you know what? One team walks away from here today as world champions. How good is that?
And we're off. Should be an entertaining game. Joining us, my co-commentator is Andy Townsend.
Really glad to be here today.
Welcome to the World Cup final on a night when Johannesburg has been transformed into a suburb of Madrid. There has been a mass exodus from Spain to be here to support a team that has already become the pride of the nation through their exploits in the European Championship and could now become champions of the world. International football team in the world wanted to be here, particularly here in this extraordinary atmosphere in Rio. Every international football team in the world has taken part in this World Cup, but only 2 could reach the summit meeting here in the Maracanã. 22 privileged players, 2 nervous coaches. This is the very pinnacle of the world game for all of them. We pause now for the anthems. This pomp and ceremony is great, Andy, but as a player, you must want it all to be over and get on with it.
Well, you do, Clive, you know, because as a group, this is the culmination of 2 years' hard work, qualifying and playing in the tournament to get here. As an individual, this is a life's work. Very few players are afforded the luxury of playing in numerous World Cup finals. So these guys have got to enjoy it and soak it all up.
Let's spare a thought for the coaches who've had to tell somebody this morning that they're not in the starting lineup.
You wouldn't want that tap on the shoulder this morning, would you, from the coach to say you're not playing? But look, that's what they've got to do. They pick a team now to go and win a World Cup final. That's what it's all about.
It's well balanced, it looks well matched.
It does. Look, these 2 teams have had a long road getting here and they've had an exciting tournament so far, but it's going to be evenly contested, Clive. It's an expectant crowd and I'm really looking forward to this.
This is what it's all about. These are the central characters. It's time for kickoff in the World Cup final. Ready to go, the start.
This is the big day, the biggest day in world football. The World Cup final, it only comes round once every 4 years, and the prize is to be the top country in the world game. It's a brilliant setting, the Luzhniki Stadium in Moscow, and we're lucky to be here. We being myself, Martin Tyler, and Alan Smith.
Yeah, we certainly are lucky. You think back to previous finals, they've not all been absolute entertainment, but I think this one will, given the 2 sets of strikers on show. I've got to say, I think there'll be goals out there.
And we pause now for the national anthems. Just on the subject of France and this wonderful group of young players that they've got.
Yeah, and we talk about Clairefontaine, we have done so often down the years, and still it produces players like Mbappe and Dembele, wonderful young prospects.
A lot of interest in how France would line up today. Here it is. Hugo Lloris starts in goal. Raphael Varane starts with Samuel Umtiti as the centre-backs. And in attack, Olivier Giroud joins together with Antoine Griezmann. One thing to look out for from this team today is the way they try and win the ball back within seconds of losing it.
Yeah, and they don't do it individually. They get backed up by a teammate. They hunt in packs, and you've got to do that. You've got to do it with discipline.
Hello and welcome to a contest of colossal meaning. We find ourselves here just to the north of the Doha city centre, ahead of the 2022 World Cup final. My name is Derek Ray, and with me to provide expert analysis is Stuart Robson. And as you can imagine on this occasion, the atmosphere is building up nicely. It's France versus Argentina.
Well, what an occasion for these 2 sets of players. a chance to be world champions. Let's hope the game matches the atmosphere. It should be an absolute cracker. I can't wait for this to start.
Here's the side France will go with. Hugo Lloris is the goalkeeper. Rafael Varane plays with Dayo Upamecano in central defence. Kingsley Coman starts with Ousmane Dembele in central midfield. And up front, Olivier Giroud plays alongside Kylian Mbappe. The Argentina first team. Emilio Martinez is the goalkeeper. Rodrigo de Paul starts alongside Leandro Paredes in central midfield. And leading the line, Lautaro Martinez. And now they get the ball rolling.